Conor McGregor is known for his lightning-fast knockouts, his larger-than-life persona, and his incredible journey from obscurity to global stardom. But one aspect of his life, often overshadowed by his success in the octagon, is his education. Behind the tattoos, the suits, and the bravado lies a story of learning not just in classrooms, but in life. This is a side of Conor McGregor many haven't explored, and today we're diving into the journey that shaped the fighter and man we know today. Dear audience, before moving forward, I would like to say, your support means the world to us. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, press the bell icon, and share this video with your friends to keep us motivated as we bring you valuable content. It all began in Crumlin, a suburb of Dublin, Ireland. Long before he became a household name, Conor was just a boy with big dreams and an endless supply of energy. From an early age, he showed signs of being fiercely independent and determined. While other kids were content to follow the rules, Conor always had questions. Why do things have to be a certain way? Why can't they be different? That curiosity was his first teacher, though it often got him into trouble. Conor attended local schools like any other kid in Dublin, but even then he stood out. Not for academic excellence or a love for books, but for his unrelenting confidence and unique way of seeing the world. Teachers would often describe him as restless, and it wasn't uncommon for him to get caught daydreaming in the middle of a lesson. While math problems and history lectures didn't hold his attention for long, one subject did: sports. Whether it was on the field or during gym class, Conor came alive when he had the chance to move, compete, and prove himself. His formal education wasn't without challenges. Conor himself has admitted that he wasn't a fan of traditional schooling. Sitting still for hours, memorizing facts, and following a rigid structure just didn't fit his personality. He struggled with subjects like mathematics and science, often feeling out of place in an environment where success was measured by grades. But what he lacked in academic achievement, he made up for in sheer determination. Even as a young boy, Conor showed signs of the resilience that would later define his career. But education isn't just about school, and for Conor, the real lessons came outside the classroom. Growing up in a working-class neighborhood, life wasn't always easy. His parents, Tony and Margaret McGregor, worked hard to provide for the family, instilling in Conor a sense of discipline and a strong work ethic. These lessons were just as important as anything he could have learned in school. Watching his parents hustle day in and day out taught Conor the value of hard work and the importance of never giving up. It was during his teenage years that Conor's path began to take shape. While he continued his formal education, it became clear that his true passion lay elsewhere. He discovered a love for martial arts, starting with boxing. Crumlin Boxing Club became his second home, a place where he could channel his energy and focus his restless mind. His coaches quickly noticed his natural talent, but it wasn't just his physical abilities that stood out. Conor had a sharp mind, able to adapt and learn quickly, a skill that would serve him well in the years to come. Even as he spent more time at the gym, Conor didn't completely abandon his education. He understood the importance of learning, even if the traditional path wasn't for him. He once said that he learned as much from his time in the gym and on the streets of Dublin as he did in school. Every sparring session, every fight, and every setback taught him something new. These experiences became his education, shaping him into the fighter and thinker he would become. But Conor's journey was far from smooth. He faced countless obstacles along the way, from financial struggles to self-doubt. There were moments when it seemed like his dreams were out of reach, when the pressure to conform to a more traditional path weighed heavily on him. Yet, even in those moments, Conor never lost sight of his goals. He knew that success wasn't about fitting into a mold, it was about breaking it. As he grew older, Conor made a bold decision that would change his life forever. He chose to leave behind the safety of a traditional career and dedicate himself fully to martial arts. It was a risky move, one that many people around him didn't understand. But Conor believed in himself, and he was willing to bet everything on his dreams. That decision marked the beginning of a new chapter in his education, one that would take him far beyond the classroom and into the world of professional fighting. But just as it seemed like Conor was finding his path, life threw him a curveball. A devastating injury forced him to take a step back, leaving him questioning everything. Would he be able to return to the sport he loved? Could he overcome this setback and continue his journey? And what would it mean for his dreams if he couldn't? This moment of uncertainty would test Conor in ways he had never experienced before, pushing him to dig deeper than ever. It was a turning point, one that would define not just his career, but his character. And as he faced this new challenge, Conor realized that his education was far from over. In fact, it was just beginning.